is up, everyone? Welcome back to Attack on Toys. Okay, well, welcome to Attack on Toys. So this is going to go up alongside my other video on Saturday for Random Game Saturdays. And as it stands, this is the game that is poised to replace Home Wars in the near future once Season 5 concludes. So this is going to be a double post this Saturday. If you haven't seen the other video already, then and watch this one, there is another video that's going up alongside this one. Yeah, so let's look at getting something going here. So let's head on into Conquest. I think we're going to run... You know what? Let's do the backyard picnic. Let's do the backyard picnic. So we're on normal. We're scale 1 because obviously I want stuff to save. Well, actually, you know what? Let's crank it up to 5. Why not? Let's see what happens. I haven't played this game too much, so I don't know the ins and outs of it. But yeah, so let's get on with that mission. Okay, so we start with 350. Let's see what we've got. So blue is fairly close, I think, but we're in a good defensible position. So let's upgrade the base all the way, plop it kind of in the back center here, and then let's focus on getting some units down. So I'm going to want these vehicle tents. Let's see, where is the... Okay, so turn it to face the correct direction. So that way we have some staying power in the early game. And then let's get some army tents rolling here. We're going to pick up 4 of those. And then we're going to pick up these plastic factories because we're going to need them for income. I am just throwing them down where they fit. Alright, and then I'm going to pick up 3 builders because we are going to need the builders. Let's see here. What are our other options? So we're going to want some defenses down, which means we're going to want to get some walls. I'm not necessarily in the mood for getting blasted as soon as we spawn. I just realized I put them in backwards. So let's turn them around and have them face the correct direction. And let's get some upgraded mortars. Also facing the wrong direction. There we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. That will significantly help us in our staying power because then that will give us a fire solution on this part of the map. We still have 106,000 left. So let's pick up a... I think we pick up a mech. I think whatever we put down resets or respawns after a while. So I'm actually going to put that down because that would be very good to have. Maybe grab us a Hawk helicopter. While we are at it, we can throw that bad boy right on up here. So let's have it face the correct direction. Alright, and that is pretty much all of our resources spent, so let's get into it. That should help us out significantly while we work on getting our economy running. gotta wait for some plastic to generate. And the carnage has already begun. At least we have some unit staying power here. Alright, that's not what you want to see. Alright, so it looks like we should be good enough to just focus on this stuff for the time being. Not 100% sure what the builders are doing, but I don't really have time to complain about it. Because we need to get these resources a-flowing. Alright. Defenses are starting to go down. Hopefully our mech's still alive. Looks like our mech is indeed still alive. That's good. Looks like we have a decent amount of firepower down. It looks like we're getting pushed. We're pushing into blue there. They got some air support coming, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. Let us get that plastic power plant down and finish off our power requirements up here. Okay. So that is all of our pre-placed ones. I think we can actually place more if we so wanted to. Yes, so we can place 3 more of these or 5 more of these plastic factories, and I think I will do just that. That will keep our income going pretty nicely, and honestly, it just wouldn't be bad to have. So I'm gonna go check up on the war that's going on out here. So it looks like we're getting some decent pushing. Well, it looks like green. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like blue is getting pushed by us and green, which is good. Our helicopter should respawn in short order. We're not being pushed super heavily over here in our corner of the map, so I'm okay with this. And our plastic is getting generated. We have some artillery down. Alright, let's get more of these power plants down, because I want a full 10 of these things. Get the power plant attachments on them. I want to make sure we have no shortage of plastic at all ever. Alright, so now let's head on up to where our airfields and stuff are going to be. So let's head on up as soon as I can. There we go. Up we go. So it looks like, yeah, they're significantly distracted. We do have a helipad right there that we can't quite see. Well, I'm not sure if it's still there, but our mech is still alive, so that's doing work. So let's get this helipad down. Come on, resources, generate a little faster. There. So we're going to start getting these buildings down. They'll help us auto-produce units that'll head out and attack for us, and will also help us defend. Our builders are doing quite a bit of stuff. Oh! Alright, that finally exploded. So now we have helicopters on the move. We don't have anything captured, which is not great, so we're definitely going to have to make a move on a point. So there's a point up there, and it looks like that might be the closest point to us. So we are going to have to make a move for that. We're probably going to have to make a move for this base. At least we've got super solid defenses down. They're bringing their mouses over here. Yep. Alright, so how do we go about this? So we're going to need to make a push for blue's base, because we need to take blue out so we can relieve some of the pressure that's on our flank here. I'm just kind of letting the plastic build up as of right now, specifically because we're going to need a lot of plastic to do what we're going to need to do. So that's taken down. We got a lot of infantry hanging over here. We got a lot of units just over here in general hanging out by the lawnmower. I'm not a fan, but it could be worse. So we definitely have some damage going down over here. I'm not sure how they're managing to get boats on land, but you know, it is what it is, I guess. Let's see here. So that point, I think we're going to make our move on that. Because orange is just pulling ahead of everybody. Where's orange? Orange is right here. So yeah, they're pulling really far ahead of everybody right now, which is not great for us. And we're kind of limited on space here. So let's get out of this view. Let's head back in. We have a significant bit of bunny at this point, so let's get us some plane hangars down. Let's get one there. Come on, give me the rest of the resources I need for this. There we go. So that should help us get the air war under control. We're probably going to need some more ground troops. That being said, I'm going to need to head down for that. And actually, we should probably get the rest of our economy buildings here and just have all of them for the extra generation. So can we get... No, we cannot. Okay, so we're going to move this... Well, I mean, we got really safe spots over here for these, so let's just plop it right there. Oop. Let's just plop it right there. As soon as this goes up, we're going to get our add-ons down. There we go. And then get our add-ons on this plastic factory as well. Okay, we are basically at maximum capacity for plastic generation at this point. So let's get some troops going here. I'm not... Okay, this is getting demolished. So this is about all the space we've got left over here. That being said, 30k for a vehicle tent, so we are definitely going to be waiting a second here. Get another vehicle tent up. Hop into RTS view. Alright, so I'm glad that that's still up. That's keeping them off of that point. We're gonna... We're not making much in the way of push over here. So what we're probably going to have to do is we're probably going to have to start spawning. So I'm going to have to let plastic generate up a little bit. Yeah, I don't know where they're going. I'm going to have them set to push that point. Actually, you know what? No, I'm gonna have them set to attack blue base. We need to attack blue base. What the heck? Alright. We're gonna need to start pushing into blue base, and I think the only way we're gonna do that is if we start making some serious pushing into it. So let's go into our defenses here. Hit 3. And then if we can get some of these mortars down. Hopefully our mortars there can get those defenses down before they take them down. And we're going to need to rush back there, because we are going to need to maintain that mortar position if we're going to have any hopes of sieging that base down. Get some of these upgraded. Yikes. Okay, good. I think we got the defenses that are just hitting us hard down. And our troops are starting to come this way, so we're going to get some extra covering fire. Definitely going to want more down, so let's upgrade. Let's get these upgraded. Let's replace some of these mortars that we've lost, because we're going to need all the fire support we can get. Get some walls down. We want to help block that fire off and keep these mortars firing. Alright, let's take a peek at that base. So yes, it looks like we got most of the defenses down over there. That's really good for us. Now we've just got to... Okay, I went down again. Now we just got to keep those mortars firing. Ah! The only problem that I'm having is keeping these mortars operational. Let's double wall them, just to help block extra random stray bullets. And get these mortars back online, operational, and get them firing. Start running upgrades, because we're going to need all the firepower we can get if we're going to siege that base. We're gonna get these walls upgraded too. Maybe get MGs on them. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. You... Alright. We're definitely bringing the hurt at this point. We might have to push up a little bit more and actually take the fight to them, or at least try to get up there, because I think we don't have quite enough range for the entire base. Alright. Oops. M, that's what I wanted to press. So here's what we're going to try to do. Since they're distracted... Ooh, defenses there. We're going to be a little sneaky. That's... Yep. Alright, so 5, get a pillbox down. 2... I'm not even sure if they can aim up that high, but we're gonna find out. Alright, so... that probably not gonna work. But there was an attempt. Was there one without their attachments back here? No. Okay. So I think we're just going to have to start building up our troops at this point. So let's get... let's put down more vehicle tents. Wish we could build more stuff. Okay, that wasn't great if they were just attacking my vehicle structures. We're losing our mortars over there, but on the bright side, they've already done a significant amount of damage to them. So we're going to have to start deploying, I think we're just going to have to start getting units down. So let's see, bomber plane. Get the bomber plane down. They might be able to do... Whoa! Hey! What in the world? I think we might want to get our commando down. Officer is 1800. Let's get Officer John down. Oops. Alright. I think we're going to throw down a robot hangar because I think we're going to need them. Get them rolling. Help get down some of these defenses. Alright, so that's not doing us a whole lot of good. We're gonna need to put down... So let's head into our defenses here. Yeah. Alright, all that took us down pretty quickly. So they do have decent defenses, which is a problem. We just don't have the ability to push that really hard. Let's get some X down, maybe that'll help us out. Screw it, throw down another one. Head into M here. Alright, let's order them to attack blue again. Because those mortars, while they're doing work, are only going to hold for so long. And we need to get into this base. We're going to make a direct push. Oop. Because we are just not getting anywhere with this base. I mean, even green is helping at this point, and we're just not getting very far. So that's all of our stuff down. Alright, so that's not great. We have, it looks like 2 of our vehicle tents went down. Ow, what the hell? Get some of these SKGK tanks down. Maybe they'll be able to do something. Yep, it looks like our mortars are officially all down at this point. That position just wasn't tenable. get some helis in the air. I'm not sure why they're shooting at air units. This thing has a slow reload, but you know what? It is what it is. Gotta get those defenses down. Darn it. Ooh, that's just, it's such a difficult position to attack. The thing is we've got the max amount of income that we can get. The problem is that we haven't been able to make any massive push toward much of anything. So we're gonna need to go cap that center point there, and I think we're gonna go try to work on doing that. Because it looks like our tanks and stuff are trying to push up into that. Huh? Oh, nuts. We are going to cap this. If it is the last thing I do, okay, well, maybe not. So I'm not 100% sure. So I do have the Lehman Russ mod installed, which I was going to show off, but doesn't look like I'm going to be able to really do that. Alright, well I'm going to call this video here because this is just becoming a slog. I'm going to try to figure out better things for this video, but yeah, so anyway, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It helps out me, it helps out the channel, and it shows me that you want to see more of this game. And if I conclude... There'll be a little post-edit after this if I conclude the mission, but I doubt that will happen. So anyway,